Breaking news on the political front that could impact the top Democratic candidates. Democratic Party leaders have voted this morning to strip the state of Michigan of all of its delegates to the national convention next year. It's a punishment for scheduling an early presidential primary and violating party rules. With me now, MSNBC political analyst Pat Buchanan. Pat, are you at all surprised this happened?
No, I knew they were going to punish him in some way. I thought it was going to be half the delegates. But let me say this. This is a real assault on Michigan and Michigan's governor and legislature. And Hillary Rodham Clinton is going to go to Michigan, and she's going to defy the National Committee. Barack Obama, I believe, and Edwards have dropped out of the primary. I think Hillary made a wise decision here. I think it will stand very well with the people of Michigan. And certainly if she's the nominee, it will help her in the general election.
Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. I mean, haven't the Republicans imposed penalties like this in some states?
Well, they have in the past sometimes, but they're not doing it now. One thing this will do, Chris, is this makes the Republican primary, where Romney is expected to win and Giuliani's very strong, that makes that very, very exciting and very, very important because they're the number 3 primary or number 3 major battle. And in addition, all the delegates will go, I believe, to the candidate who wins those delegates. So I think it looks like the Republican Party and Hillary Rodham Clinton are standing by Michigan and by their decision, and I think they're going to benefit.
How wild is this, Pat? I mean, we've got all these primaries, and they're all squished in together, and you've only got 2 days after the first to get to Iowa. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's really not. I mean, it is. There's no doubt, because you used to have 8 days after Iowa to New Hampshire. Now you only got 5. So the winner of Iowa, Democrat and Republicans, going to get a tremendous jolt, and it's going to be hard to be stopped in New Hampshire. But let me tell you, in the Democratic Party is also looking at doing the same thing to Florida. Now, look, Florida, as you know, you've been there those election nights, Chris.
Oh,
that
Pat,
is
36
crucial.
days in Tallahassee in 2000.
Well, 2000 and 2004, Florida and Ohio, that is it. I mean, I don't know what the Democrats are doing, dissing these 2 states because they had the nerve to step into this process that the National Committee dictated. But if I were a candidate, I would stand with the states and against the National Committee. That's why I think Hillary's made a smart decision.
But this is a done deal, right? They're not going to back off on this.
No, Michigan's not going to back off. You know, a court came in and knocked out the primary because it had, they said some guy had a very good case, but the appellate court put it back on, and both parties in the state and the governor and legislature have it on. I would respect Michigan, and I'd tell the National Committee and Mr. Dean, I'm sorry, but we're staying with Michigan. We're staying with Florida.
You miss it, don't you, Pat? You wish you were running for president this year.
At times you do wake up and wish that, but there's other times when I remember what happened.
and never losing his sense of humor. Pat, thanks for sticking around to talk about this breaking news.
I'm delighted, Chris. Thank you for the time.